Hey, okay, so today I'm here to solve or to help you to solve some of the social studies past question. How to solve social studies past question. All right, so we know WASI social studies, they can ask you a question, but first you have to understand the question. Understand of every question is 30% what solve. So you better understand the question first before you tackle a question. And in WASI, if you don't understand or you don't have much idea about a certain question, don't start that question. Start those or the one you can answer it very well before. So in order, if answer 5 questions, then you choose the one you can answer much. Then you and the one you understand it. Okay, this one I can give 4 points out of 5. Then okay, this one I can get 3 points out of what 5. So don't start from the one you don't understand. No, and you have to understand the question before you tackle every single question. If not, you can deviate and it can cost you a lot. So better understand the question first. All right, so solving a question under topic self-identity. A topic self-identity. So what's the question under self-identity? The year 2000, question number 3, SSSCE question number 3 is asking, how does the individual develop self-confidence? How does the individual develop what? Self-confidence. First, what is self-confidence? You have to understand the word self-confidence. Self-confidence is also known as what? Capability. Self-confidence and capability is how. So if individual is able to what? Develop a self-confidence or what? Capability. Self-confidence is a trust that individual has or a person has in himself or herself of capable of what? Doing something. So you have a trust that I can do this. So how can you develop that trust, or how can you develop that capability or that confidence of doing what? Something. All right, that's what the question is talking about. So how can you develop it? Okay, how I can develop my self-confidence, self-determination. If I'm self-determination, that means I can what? Develop my self-confidence, because immediately I'm determined. You have what? You make a determination like, oh, this one day, no matter what I will do is I have to do this. I know I can do this one, and no matter or waiting for anyone to what? To encourage you. So you have what? Self-confidence. So for the self-determination, for the individual to develop self-confidence in any activity he undertake, he must have the ability to make firm decision. You have determined, so you have to make what? Ability to make a firm what? Decision. Remain what? Focused on his what? Vision, and develop what? Perseverance, and never give up in whatever or spirit of what? Give up. So you have to develop a perception that you never give up. Whatever you are doing, you make a decision. Whatever you are doing, you do it to what? You achieve it. That means you are what? You have self what? Determined. So self-determination is a point which can, or is a way individual can develop his self-confidence. Okay, education and training is another point or another way individual can develop their self-confidence. So education and training can be used as effective tools to help individual build a self-confidence. Through education and training, an individual is impacted with what? Knowledge. We know that education gives us what, and training gives us what? Through education we acquire what? Knowledge and what? Skills, which will make us develop as what? Individuals. So it imparts us what? Knowledge, experience to handle societal and what? Any issue which it will emerge or which will come to us. So education helps individuals to develop their mentality that they will get knowledge. So they will acquire knowledge, skills, and experience which they will use to solve every problem or any challenge they will face. So through education and training, individual can develop what? Their self-confidence. So we know self-confidence is individual having a trust so in self of about what? Capable of doing what? Something. So if individual is capable of doing something, is capability, then through education you can have the idea, or you can get a training, and the training, and we have service in-service training, and we have what? Retraining, which will equip the individual with what? Skills, which will help them to also what? Develop their self-confidence. All right, encouragement from other people or adequate encouragement. Yes, individual can develop their self-confidence. There must be what? Encouragement and spirit of from what? different people like parents, teachers, elders, pastor, and other people in what your society who encourage you, give you what the word of what encouragement, which will motivate you to also what work hard. So they give what good word, and they also support you in whatever you are what doing. So we have financial encouragement, we have words which they will use to advise you, or oh, you can do it, just keep it up. So it helps individual to develop what self-confidence. Imagine you are a footballer, and someone encourage you, oh, you're a good footballer, keep on work, train hard, you can make someone better, you can become a Ballon d'Or winner. This, based on these good words, it can help you to what develop your self-confidence by knowing that you are capable of what playing football. So encouragement is another point which help individual to what develop their self-confidence. Okay, role taking. If you say role taking, it's a how it can help individual to develop what their capability. Role taking is whereby individual go in for what positions in their community or whatever, in where they what locate. So if you're a student and you go for a position to become class prefect, it helps you to what develop your self-confidence, because you interact with what teachers. If you are, and through that it will give you a confidence for going for what school prefect. From that moment you can go for what either assemblywoman or assemblyman, which means taking a role help individual to develop what their capability. So individual, role taking prepare individual to take a role at home, school, or church and their community to learn how to what confront and handle a certain issues, social what situations in and it also make them their responsibility likely, like playing what leadership what role. So it make you play a leadership what role, which will develop you to become what very confident in whatever you are doing. So when and they always, it also help individual to also what package themselves positively, so that they will have what good or positive self-image. All right, financial support. Someone will tell me financial support, fine, but risk taking is another point or another way individual can use to develop what their capability. So if someone is able to take risk, that like because we know that there's no harm in what try, so you are taking a risk of doing something, and if you are afraid of taking risk, that means you won't venture into anything, so you won't earn anything. So those, I'm not saying betting is good, but those who bet, or anyone who wants to establish a business, you are taking what a risk, because you don't know that either the business will sustain, it can sustain for a long period, or it will collapse. So you are taking what risk. You don't know either people will come to your industry or they will come for your product, but you are taking what risk by trying to see either you will make it, and yes, you can make it. So through risk taking, individual can develop what their capability. Okay, creating enable environment for what the individual. Yes, if individual have a conducive environment whereby they have a peaceful the policy for their environment, and they tolerate what a view of what others, and they always motivate, because your environment have more influence in you. If you live at a community where most of the citizens or the individuals are educated, it also helps you to also what learn how to become what educated. And if they are illiterate and they are illiterate, it also what discourage you for you to what learn to become what educated. Like living at a community farming community, probability for you to become a farmer is high, and you can farm well to become what best farmer. So your environment also have influence in you to develop what your self-confidence. All right, taking an identity. If we say taking an identity, is whereby individual taking an identity from either family name, tribe, and also what anything by identity. So we know that our people believe that they are well educated and courageous. The notness, the same thing. They know that we are strong and we are well intelligent. So every tribe, they have what they believe in. So immediately you take identity, it also help you to also develop your self-confidence. And through the identity taking an identity, you know that, oh, if I move to Kumasi, I will meet my tribal or my family member who will help me to also achieve this. If you go to hospital and you are a frafra or not now, and the doctor who is taking care of you have the same name or having the same identity with you, that person will have what a passion, love, and also will that person will wait to also what save your life, all because of what we have the same what identity. So identity also help individual to develop what their capability. Okay, self-awareness and knowledge of what capability. So self-awareness can be developed through the knowledge one has about his what capability. So you believe that, oh, I'm like this, so immediately you believe that, oh, yeah, I'm this, then it helps you to know what you can do and what you cannot what do. I know I'm not good in football, so I will not waste my time to go and play football because I can't do it. But I know that when I read, I can become what good scholar in education. Then let me read, focus on my reading, so that I can achieve what my dream to become the lawyer, the doctor, the policeman, whatever you want to be in life. So self-awareness help individuals to develop what their capability. So they know, they have a knowledge about what they are capable of what doing and what they cannot what do. So if they ask you how does the individual develop self-confidence, is also known as how individual can develop their capability, or ways of developing what capability or self-confidence. All right, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now we are come to solve more past questions. So before you write your WASI, then A1 is already awaiting for you. See you later. Bye bye.